Welcome, welcome one and all to Santa Monica once again. Ooh, we got volleyball today.
Ooh.
I haven't played volleyball in the longest time. But if you're in Santa Monica, maybe you can play.
Can you do that?
Can you do that, James?
No, I can't, you racist. Welcome to
Why is that
the
racist?
ECS show. We've got 2 European games coming your way today. I am joined by Monsieur De Beers and Monsieur DDK. Now, let's have a look at the leaderboard in Europe and see where things are at the moment. We've seen some matches from LDLC. We're soon to see some more. They will be in action versus Fnatic, both 8th and 9th at the moment, but LDLC, they've only played just under half their games. They'll be just over half their games after today. Fnatic have a lot more in the bag, but they'll be disappointed with 8 losses and 4 wins. How is this leaderboard shaping up for you guys?
It's interesting. I think I didn't expect North to do so well. And also, we have a really weird situation with, obviously, FaZe and Mouse Sports, because there are some teams that can actually knock them out of there. NIP, LDLC, depending on who FaZe are up against next as well. If they actually manage to lose those games, then maybe a Fnatic, if they have a really good run from this point, could actually steal the spot as well. So there's a lot of stuff that could actually still happen. And Virtus Pro as well. They're just, what are they doing? Number 5th play, it's just like on number 5, like just sneaking up there. No one expected that. What are they, that's a bit cheeky, isn't it?
Yeah, lots of unexpected things. So I think the last few days are going to be quite the race here in Europe. We can have a look at today's matches. Just 2 matches from Europe today. LDLC and Fnatic, as mentioned. Dust 2, where, LDLC, well, we'll get to that in a second. Mirage to follow. But back to Dust 2. LDLC had quite the match with Astralis on Dust 2 yesterday. Does that mean they're a heavy favorite today?
I think so. You beat the best team in the world on a map, and at first it was almost like 15-5. So it was Astralis. They played amazing to come back, but it shows that LDLC, they have a lot of potential. And the next time that you play LDLC, probably they won't ever see Dust 2 again because you beat Astralis. That's going on the ban list from now on.
Yeah, Fnatic were frustrated. I know after their recent losses, I know Brennan was pretty upset. He just tweeted like, "I'm sorry." Wow. So I think they were really disappointed. I tried to give him some words of encouragement and said, it's about the long term. You guys just made loads of changes, so the short-term results aren't so important.
We should just said you should be. Just like double down on it, James.
Throw some spice on there.
Yeah.
Light the fire.
Yeah, well, Fnatic, they've got, what, 4 games left? I think they've played 14 games. Sorry, Aspen's still here. So,
do you take your thing?
I didn't actually. I should probably do that.
Yeah, you probably should.
I'll do it. I'll do it when the match starts. But yeah, Fnatic, it hasn't been the best season for them, but they've made so many changes, and I think they're still in the process of, because of course, once Twist came into the team, we heard that JW will be primary sniping. I think they've realized that it probably makes more sense for Twist to do a lot of the primary sniping, purely because it makes things more fresh, and JW is a very capable rifler as well. So there's still a lot of building to do, so I don't think they can really be too upset with the short-term results. But, Brennan's a young guy, so I think you'll expect him to be more emotional.
You can't be. You gotta go. You have to have time, build it up. A lot of these teams, they make these changes. They want instant success. It's not how it works. It takes a lot of teamwork, effort. A team is like, you get to know them on a personal level, and it shows in game and whatnot. And so, just give it time, guys. Just work.
Before we get into the match, Dan, tell us about the finals.
Finals are in Arlington. Esports had a special purpose-built esports stadium, which is pretty exciting. We are fortunate enough to be able to show off the next ECS finals there. So it's going to be very, very interesting. I can't wait to see how it turns out. And you could be there. We're going to be there. You should be there too. And you can find out more about tickets at arlington.csgoleague.com, so go check it out.
Marvelous. And again, don't forget to connect your account. One person got I think 250,000 points yesterday. One person got 50k as well. Plenty more points to drop, so go into your FACEIT account and make sure you go to connections. You can connect your YouTube account to your FACEIT account there. And just by watching, you can be eligible to get some fat-ass drops. Even Heya Freya, who does the intros, has got 50k drops before she started doing stuff at FACEIT. I don't know if she's on the blacklist. Maybe she's still watching. Who knows?
Can you be on it?
No, we're blacklisted.
Oh, blacklisted.
They were like, they sent us a message like, "Hey guys, send us your Steam accounts, your FACEIT accounts." We're like, yeah, let's do that. They're like, blacklist, everybody gets wrecked. So none of us are eligible for any drops. But I play so much FACEIT that I just get points anyway.
Points all day.
Yeah.
Just throwing it out.
I'm not getting that, like 50,000 points, but it's so funny. I was really happy when I got 12,500 points for playing I think it was 30 games or 60 games in a month. I think it might be 60, I don't know. But I was super happy. I was like, holy crap, because I don't look at the missions.
Yeah.
And I just saw just boom, 12,500 points, get a big notification.
Good surprise.
Yeah. Anyway, speaking of big notifications, I remember on April Fool's when they put my face on with the ban hammer and telling people they got banned. And loads of people were having heart attacks. So you know the FACEIT ban's real. Industry-leading anti-cheats. Well, it's a 2-1-2 setup for LDLC on the pistol round. Exist has picked up a P250, 1 of 2. That was almost a Terminator theme he was firing down long. But anyway, Twist has got a P250 as well. So this has been kind enough to gift him that. And you can see Logan abusing his long range, going for the taps, buying some time now. So LDLC start to move in. A cheeky one from Devaduvek and revenge from Clips.
And for those of you who haven't been watching, LDLC look really dangerous. They've been looking like the best team in France, actually, recently. I feel like online at the very least. And it's mostly the skill factor. So it'll be really interesting to see how that plays up against Fnatic, who of course are very, very good in that regard as well. They play a very specific style of Counter-Strike Fnatic. And they won't be able to do too much here. Dust 2, we saw LDLC absolutely crushing that CT side yesterday. It was so interesting to watch.
Yeah, CT side is usually the hardest side of this map.
It's very difficult, very fragile economy. Need those AWPs. But a lot of it was about Alex, I believe, on Dust 2.
Space was really amazing. Just like that. Bop him.
Yes.
Okay, fast
Damn!
That's money in the bank. But yeah,
Very
Alex.
nice,
$7,100.
That was the briefest round. What was the time on that round? I'm really curious. Might be one of the fastest rounds we've had.
We made history today.
I don't see whatever. A minute 45 when it ended. That's what, 10 seconds?
Wow, that is 10 seconds, yeah. A 10-second round, yeah, that is...
That's got to be the
up there.
fastest round in ECS. Because
It's got to be...
I don't see what map could offer a faster round than that.
It's true, it's true. Well, look at this, pushing through the smoke.
I don't think he
Bloomin',
saw him. He
what-
didn't see him. He was looking in the wall.
You what, mates?
He didn't see him.
Like ships in the nights.
This is where it gets interesting.
This is so funny. This is going to screw Fnatic so hard.
Twist
he's-
didn't get a word.
This is so interesting because they're playing a slow default as well. He's just getting all the info, all those blips. There's red blips on the mini-map for his teammates. He can basically be a part of the push, just join in the back. There you go, and that's one kill onto Crims, holding the flank. That's all he has to do, just create that pressure. Now Fnatic, whatever plan they had, they've got to deal with this. And if Logan's very smart here, he could waste so much more time and then create a just impossible situation for Fnatic.
I was looking at Twist on the radar when that kill came in, and you could just see him, his mind whirring, like, hold on. Oh, God. No, running back, but that is not to the advantage of Fnatic. This is collapsing. Twanu with an off angle. Easy frag for him. Too many targets. Finally, one kill. It's Roland. Just the one kill. That's a glorious third round for LDLC.
It's almost kind of been the story of LDLC. Their timings and flanks and their peaks have been above, way and above average.
So weird.
It's just been almost miraculous, especially against, you know, they were doing this same thing against a team like Astralis. They're doing it again against Fnatic. It's just, I don't know what these guys are eating, but I want some of it.
That's so frustrating as well because it's one of those situations where everyone is just thinking, how did he get there? And no one has an answer, and it's really jarring, I think, with those moments when something just really doesn't make sense.
You know, this is not possible. A split second in my mind, if it happens to me, I'm like, teleported. Just for a split second, I was like, wait a minute.
There's no clip on. High flash from Exist. Alex will eat all of it. Twanu will be forced from his position, but of course he can re-peek again and again, such is the favor of this angle. You can see the rifle support in case they try to close in on him as well, like they did in the previous round. Twist with a deagle headshot towards B. Maybe looking to collect a gun. He is carrying the bomb as well, probably seen on the radar, but Armanek has his off angle. Ooh, okay. Now the bomb plant is on, flash across the doors. Oh, he's been denied through the doors. The flick from 20, too far away for the flash to really take effect. Now starting to creep, and Crimson Deagle will run to his doom, 4-0 for LDLC.
LDLC starting off 4-0.
I'm becoming a fan, you know, of these guys.
Me too.
Like a big fan. I didn't think that that would be the case, but it is. They're just exciting to watch, aren't they? They have great individual skill. They've got some good fundamentals behind them, and they're all playing career best Counter-Strike, and they have some flair.
Everything fits. It seems people have their right roles rather than playing, filling in on a,
Yeah.
on a, you know, inverted commas, like bigger team, if you will.
Very true. Very true.
I mean, at this point, you wonder if they're the #1 team in France.
I think they must be.
I know
right now.
G2 are doing better in ESL Pro League than they are in ECS, but generally speaking, they're still not doing so much better.
Kind of wild, but yeah. Fnatic tried to sneak out middle with 0 utility to get picked off pretty, almost easily. When Amnic did hit a smoke shot, so take that into account. Look at this.
Oh!
Spider senses by JW.
Classic JW.
He knows what's up.
Vintage.
Big frag from Brolan. Got a Molotov. They want to hold on to it for as long as possible. JW, okay then. Armanek says no. Now Brolan has a lot to do. Concern towards the halls. No H. Oh, I was about to say no HE for this position, but there was one. However, doesn't quite bounce off the back door. Brolan now 1 versus 2. He's got 2 kills already. Can he get the 4K? Holding the offense, such a strong position. Nice taps from him. Armanek with the AWP. He's got to land his shot when Brolan gives it to him. Jumping up, having a look. Close range shotgun mode. And Brolan will clutch the run. 4K from him. And an AWP to boot. Nice.
1-on-4?
But 1-on-3, I think.
Roland's been watching some Zipex demos.
Impressive moves.
Depends on the retake. He's on the hold.
He's another one, you know, in the conversation for up-and-coming super talent.
Oh yeah, for your question before about yesterday about up-and-coming players, definitely Brolan is high on that list. He's I think 17 years old, brought up to Fnatic very recently. Lots of potential for him, so definitely not a bad choice. 20 not spotting the player on the edge of the smoke. Trying to avoid all the spraying around the car position. So many Molotovs, and he will be taken out. Getting very expensive for LDLC now. I don't know how much they have in the coffers. Indeed, this will send them to EcoTown. Alex spending $9,600 in this round.
That's a lot of money.
Dominic with the power pose. That's the CEO profile picture for the website.
Very empowering. He looks confident. He knows what he wants.
We've got to find something that isn't a folded arm stance for esports.
The arm.
The problem is,
we need something. Yeah, we need something.
if you look at the Rock's pictures, right? His like when he's posing for a picture, if he's wearing a suit, then he'll like play with the cufflink or something. So it's not, you know, it's a different pose. But if you look at almost all his pictures on him playing with the cufflink, but if you're with an esports jersey, there's only so much you can do, right?
Everyone's turned their backs to each other.
There's not a lot to there's not a lot to really play with. It was funny. I saw a picture of a Street Fighter player who was posing and he was pointing at the logo on his jersey, except he was pointing above the logo, not at the logo itself. So almost there, but not quite.
It was close. It was very close. Ooh, JW does peg Logan crossing that door. That's the dangers. Not throwing anything on this map.
Actually, I think if you've won a major, and you're one of those teams like Cloud9 who have a star on the major, and you can point at the star if you were part of the team when you won the major, right? That's something you could do, which is different. So
I like it. Yeah. Good idea.
See, I'm evolving esports as we speak, and it's an eco round. That's what we do, Dan. We evolve esports in eco rounds.
I'm not cutting LDLC out. Not counting them out. Although this is probably the hardest map, I would actually say it's the hardest map for a CT eco. Even just a CT, anything not a full buy, it was like the hardest map to make stuff work. because of the ranges and how open the spaces are. You need the firepower. The utility can only get you so far. And Twist will have a nice little eco ace. How nice.
Making up for letting that person buy. Letting Logan buy that one round. Guys, I got this. Sorry. Give me.
This is the buy that everyone hates to do on Dust 2. Where it's like, we have to get rifles. We don't have any kits. We don't have any AWPs. We don't have full utility, but we have some. But we kind of have to buy.
Ooh. LDLC going for the old NOA stack. Alex does take out Brawl in the process. That brings back 10 years for me. Sure, some other people who are watching this program.
Dan would often reference that, actually.
The NOA?
Yeah.
Nice.
They'd say Noah stack.
Noah.
Should it be Noah or NOA?
I say NOA. I'm sure some people say Noah.
Anyway, makes more sense, but...
In 1.6, I wasn't... I knew, like, you know, there was like a CPL thing, but I was just a pleb playing with a scout on Aztec.
It was the World Cup of esports, really, I suppose,
Pretty
in a
much.
sense. It was
Pretty
like the be-all and end-all.
It was the major of our time.
Yeah, it was.
For you get top 10, you get like $1,000. Congrats. All that year's work.
That prestige, man. It's like in Japan, they have the biggest, like, most serious fighting game tournaments. But there's no money, there's no prize money at all, but the skill level is unrivaled.
It's pride.
3v3, and Almaneka's flanking the long position. Not outstaying the welcome again. Doesn't need to necessarily fight to the death, allowing his teammates to get into better positions as well. Now the bomb's been dropped. But he's going to rotate back to short. If he can go fast enough, he'll give LDLC an extra man. But he can't get there fast enough to help Twanu. 22 seconds, Exist can go for bad plant, making sure nobody's close from long. Picking up the AK, and there is the bad plants. As we like to call it, the hardest plant for the T's to defend. And Almaneka's made his way up short.
Is it bad plant or safe plant? There's a difference.
I
How you
think
spin it.
Well, yeah, I think bad plant, I think they're the same. So they do often equate to the same plant. If you look at Cash on B, for example, or default on A of Cash, you know, the hardest to defend is generally the safest, the plant. But it has, I suppose, longer term implications depending on the position you have. So it's a safe plant, but also a bad plant.
All right.
But then a bad plant, if you don't have any cover, is, you know, is an exposed plant. So
Like
we can go deeper.
Through the levels of the mind.
That was a really critical round to win. I mean, it was like, again, that buy that you kind of hate to make as LDLC, but they just barely make it work with one player. But they have to make this work now with the AWP on Twanu. Because otherwise they are going to have a horrible reset and Fnatic will absolutely take over the game. And so this is another really impactful round here for LDLC to prevent Fnatic from taking the lead. And they've given up long, not wanting to really fight it out. And instead take control of Catwalk. That's the only thing really left to do if you lose long. But Fnatic still need to build out of long. And it's one thing to have it, but you have to know how to play it afterwards. And we'll see the Fnatic start to move some players towards the upper dark area as well. You can see Crimson Twist working that side of the map. And you can catch players here because LDLC might want to push this for information. It's a very common play, and so Fnatic are in position to punish that. But it's not happening. LDLC are just sitting tight. Playing very reactive Counter-Strike here on the CT side so far.
Bomb moving towards the B bomb site. Will there be a... There's still two people in long though for Fnatic, so that is quite a heavy investment if they are to make a play towards B. And I do wonder if they want to split. Surely they would. Exist has a molly, and he's going to be top mid. So I don't know that they've got anybody really to offer a split of the B bomb site. GW really selling the A though. Alex is on the site itself, trying to make his way across. In the meantime, it will be the numbers game for Fnatic towards B. And now they have position Almanac by the doors. Is there a smoke? There's a flashbang for the CT side. LDLC moving forward with a 2K, dying for the cause Almanac. Leaving Exist in a 1 versus 1 versus Alex, who's by the doors already. Got all the sound cues. There's 7 seconds to plant the bomb. He's got to run for it. He's going to get tagged. He's going to get fragged.
Wow. Almanac, it did so well there. That's really hard to do. You know, you just push through the double doors. You don't know where the two players are. Flix gets the first kill. Just absolutely bang on here. This is so clean. and he's standing in the flames and just very calmly sidesteps again, knowing he can take the next fight. Again, it hits a super clean spray onto the second player. That's really good work. Amanek has been very impressive to me. I didn't expect to see him perform so well.
Crim's trying to burst into the long position. Roland must be careful around the smoke. He's been spotted. That was a mistake. So close to the smoke like that, your opponent, if they're watching, will often see a lot more. 3-6. Not the best round for LDLC. Despite winning, they have 3 UMPs. Money was so low, lost so many players. Fnatic have a better buy. But it is LDLC with the round advantage, and 20's in the right spot to deal with these 3 players on the short position. Oh, he's unlucky to miss that one. But that is maybe all the information Fnatic needed. They may have an inkling that the money is low. Now, if they can avoid Twanu, perhaps they can concentrate their numbers elsewhere. Crim's still trying to get something done in the meantime. Now we've got to push through mid. Logan with the UMP there will stand and fight. It's 2K from him. Logan did all he could, and Exist has to be careful. Doesn't know what's over the smokes. Case in point. Crim's coming through as well. Devaduvek top mid. This really could go either way.
Planted. Alex will take down the defender outside of the site. Exist with 8 points of health. He's got to hit the headshots, and he will the one receiving a headshot. Really nice there from Alex. Performing well on Dust 2 as ever, and just across the board, once again, LDLC just showing individually they are fantastic. The UMP 2K coming in from Logan towards the approach onto the B bomb site was really critical, and again, it's not something that's super easy to do when you're up against AK-47s. So, LDLC, once again, we are seeing a strong performance here on Dust 2 on the CT side. They're looking really crisp.
And I actually liked that call by Fnatic. The only problem was the execution. Fnatic's kind of spread out and couldn't really close the gap on each other, and so they couldn't exchange the kills. They were just a little tighter on the formation. I think they would actually came up the top in that round. But Twist got cut out by himself instead of helping with his teammates.
Maybe realizing a flash was coming. Maybe heard a grenade being primed. Doing its best, but not hitting the mark. See a delayed flashbang from LDLC as they move to take the short position. A Molotov to help them on their way. A scout rather than an AWP for Fnatic. Now they've got long, you can see Brodan lining up the smoke grenade for CT spawn, which will help them cross. They've only got the 1 smoke, so they have to invest in a deeper one. And LDLC are being active again. It is fairly common to see a T side slow down once they've taken long, and a more active CT side will use that to their advantage. Dominic trying to block the smoke a little bit, doesn't quite work out for him, but not the best smoke in the world anyway. So it seems to have sunken into the ground. Alex holding on 2K again, the multi-frag so important for LDLC. 20 now trying to hold on to short. There is a lurker in Crims. Indeed, it seems to have sunken into the floor. Surely that should have been higher. That was really weird.
He's going to take out Logan at the top. This is going to be a save for LDLC. Desperate trying to save this off. Crims gets taken out. 7-4. I like what LDLC, even though they didn't end up winning the round, but the thought behind, they were down a person, so obviously they put Logan push the tunnels, and then the rest of the team of LDLC was playing towards the catwalk, watching long, like heavy cat kind of setup. So I'm pretty much readjusting, taking over other parts of the map, and Toinu kills them all in the process. There's a little extra money on the side, saves the AWP, makes it very expensive for Fnatic. I don't know if it was completely worth losing everybody.
Oh dear.
What?
Oh,
Valve!
That's a bug.
Valve, where you at? Dust 2 has so many invisible holes. On short, things can go like into the wall, into the floor. Now there's one on the ramp as well. What in the blazes is going on?
Well, Alex is going forwards with his UMP. He's doing a lot of damage. Another thing coming in. Logan finishes it off. What a beautiful 1-2 punch coming in from LDLC. They have the AWP as well in the hands of Twanu, which was saved. Let's not forget, they decided to force around this. Now they've picked up more guns. They've seen the bomb. This is an incredibly strong situation for LDLC. And if they pick up this round, they'll effectively reset Fnatic. I don't know how much money Fnatic has right now. We can have a quick look. And indeed, they will be so badly broken. This would probably be an 11-4, most likely, if LDLC are to win this round. And they have recovered the bomb, and they've got a minute to try to get a plant. They have a bomb site control. And Logan's now investigating, I think, towards Upper Dark to find out what's going on. And they need to confirm that the bomb is gone, because this is a good way in for Fnatic. This looks like LDLC have really got no idea about this.
It's very odd.
Now they've lost complete position on... this might even be a safe situation unless they can find something on the cross, because they don't have short or long. However, Fnatic have moved on from the short position. That is the best possible plant for one of them, actually. I'd say against a box is slightly worse for the CT side in most cases. Face the box to defuse. 2v3, we've got a Fnatic player on Goose, one player on the ramp as well, and there's a flank from Exist, so... oh, that was a close one. These UMPs are doing a lot of damage. Does he pull out the CZ? Too close to the wall, easy frag for Exist. And that's quite the turnaround.
The question is, how was it the case that LDLC basically completely misinterpreted everything on the map? They got the bomb down in the tunnel, and then it seemed as though they were responding as though they still thought it wasn't picked up. So that seems strange.
Yeah.
Because they had a big advantage there.
That's kind of weird. Also, for the people on Catwalk, it was Level Duvek. Like, LDLC completely ignored A for a good 45 seconds. So no one looking there. You had to expect someone to maybe sneak on through. And Twist did that. Ron's gonna get this first kill. Alex gonna be sneaking his fifth, though. Misses the shot. Finally takes out Exist. Grim scouting him out.
Alex still not getting enough credit for the Deagle play yesterday, because what Zipex did afterwards was so absurd. I like the fury from all the people on Reddit that only had like 1,000 upvotes. Like, this is one of the most ridiculous clutches you'll see all year. But the silver plays get a lot more.
That is, yeah.
You know what's also kind of hurt in LDLC? They didn't plan to save for an AWP for, I guess, this next gun round. 3-round loss bonus. I guess, you know, hindsight, maybe not. But it's always nice to try to sacrifice, you know, just someone to have an AWP, the last cannon or not.
So you can see JW is trying to use his spawn to look to a player jumping on the platform. He'll be exposed as they jump up there, but everybody's wise to that as well. Alex, I just love how proactive they are. LDLC, the one to watch for sure, one of them. Very stimulating. United were my favorite team to watch for a while. Like, up-and-coming team. But they made so many changes now. It's like a different person.
I know. Who
So
are they now to you?
we'll have to wait and see. I think they'll have some more matches soon.
They have some today, I think.
But in the meantime, Alex and co. doing great work. It's really cool to see a French team where everyone seems to have the right role and it seems to be working.
Yeah, they played it smart. They're very smart, too.
Yeah, but again, we won't focus on him too much because Fnatic are a developing team as well. Very important brand for Counter-Strike, and they're moving into the A site at the moment. There is a player by Gandalf Beyond. In fact, Twanu in the open won't be too protected. Armanek in a flanking position. Only one flash on Logan. Maybe he bounces it off the wall or something. 1v1 duels being had, and LDLC are coming out on top for the time being. Jumping over the box for the peak. JW out in the open. Slight delay on the defuse to pick up the AWP, and that's round number 8 for LDLC. They get their sniper rifle after all.
They do, and it's nice for them. JW actually kind of missing, I wouldn't say easy shots, but I felt like he's hit way harder shots than those, and LDLC will capitalize off it. But I like what LDLC did at the start. They didn't have an AWP, so let's try to get a kill, take a man advantage, and then fall back. They fell back, not risking anymore, because, you know, they didn't know where the other players were. Unfortunately, though, they did not win. Fnatic did not win the round.
Double ops for LDLC. Single for Fnatic. JW with the right style for the T side. Two-man kill for Logan. There's a quick third for Armanek. We are in 5v2 mode for LDLC. We've seen them lose these before. But when they were on the T side, maybe it would be a harder task for Fnatic than it was for Zipex and Glaive. There is the first kill, though. We've seen many clutches and 4Ks from Exist in the last week or so as well, so let's not count them out just yet. There we go. 2 versus 5, now 2 versus 3.
Exist is here. He's trying to sneak up on Catwalk. His teammates, JW is in the tunnels. LDLC kind of spread out as well. We have one at the rail, and one's going to be flanking long. Alex doing what he's doing best and just finding information for his team, pushing up.
Oh dear. Not looking great for Fnatic here with the time as it is. And Exist getting caught off guard there. Now just JW left to just try to do this alone. He does have a 1v1, but he will go down. Amanek ready for it, and that's going to be 9-6. It could have been an 11-4 type scoreline. And, you know, Fnatic did well to get 6 rounds on the board, considering some of the situations they found themselves in. But LDLC, they continue to prove very strong on Dust 2 on CT's side. And I'm looking forward to seeing what they have in store for Fnatic on this T side. And they have a lot of utility. That is an extraordinarily large amount of utility.
I like that.
For a T side pistol.
Let's see it. What you bringing out?
That's so much. I don't think I've ever seen.
Smoke grenades. Is that a wall of smoke on long? Maybe one for the corner of long?
Maybe double fake.
But they've got 2 going towards B. They haven't used anything for the Xbox in mid. So let's have a look. 2 of the utility players are towards the B bomb site, Armanek and Twanu. The dynamic duo from Misfits, double HEs.
Oh, so nice.
I love how he spotted the back box first to know where to throw the HEs.
That's very awesome of them.
Well, regardless of all the utility, Fnatic are having a day of things. There's counter flashes. They are so blind, but they'll still get a kill. Alex and Armanek now separated from each other. And the wonderful plan is not quite working out just yet. He got that frag. Maybe something could have been done, but no.
Not sure what they were going for. Obviously, they had the lurk smoke there. I think that's to try to pull rotation. Obviously, bait out grenades on B. But I'm not sure what the plan was towards A with the utility. Except, I guess, to get across. But they just got absolutely smashed by the car position.
It's nice counter flashing by Fnatic. 2 of them towards that long, and they're completely blind.
Ooh, taste of your own medicine, but there's no MP9 follow-up. There is no ace in 10 seconds. So here is the MP9. Will it be? No, it won't be the ace because Exist has got a kill with the HE. Armanek with the Glock. If he could somehow get this frag, then the bomb plant's all but guaranteed. But no, unlikely as it was. Now the deficit is just 1 round.
No ops on the server. Fnatic trying to build that momentum bankroll, bringing it back 8 to 9. Amnex going to be throwing some utility out long, trying to get out. Runs past the Molotovs, but Rollin Exist takes out Amnek and Twanu. And now this puts a little LDLC in a little pickle.
Do you have AKs though and some nades to use to try to get across some spaces? Might try to go for that B play, but are they going to try to throw any smokes into mid? there is so much presence there. 2 Fnatic players ready. Although Crim's alone on the B bomb side, if he is to go down quickly, okay, we'll get the smoke onto the top of short. So, it's onto the. Oh, okay, that's really cool. I thought that was, wow. All right,
learn me some smokes, baby.
That's very cool. I'll deny vision. I don't know if it will impact around too much, but the AKs are getting positioned onto the bomb site, so maybe with some fast shots indeed, they can break this open, and they will absolutely just kick down the door, and there's no defenders left. Nice catch from Twist. Obviously, Daviduvek very weak, but the bomb can still be planted. However, and Alex catches the rotation. Brolin had no idea. And now it's up to Twist. He's going to push through the door, see what he can find. And there it is. They know exactly where he is. Looking for the trade fragger. Beautifully done. Twist is really putting in some work for Fnatic right now. 23 kills for 11.
Very good pickup. It's so good to finally see him on a marquee lineup, if you will, after just kind of refusing to join NIP, I don't know, at least 3 times. And staying on Godsend and just various other teams which were always struggling. Now we get to see him shine. I love the Fnatic brands, and I want to see them succeed. And maybe they will in this round. Twist and JW with the 2 sniper rifles versus the Scout of 20.
It's funny. I remember when Fnatic before Fnatic. There was a team made by the owner called Creaturin before he made Fnatic. And it all came out of the Painkiller success with Vu. It's a cute little story there with that. Maybe we can tell it later. We do have Bot Flash for some info here for Fnatic. And nothing. They'll spot absolutely nothing. Although that's a pretty early timing. Some teams, if they play a slower default, they might get to short around like 1 to 110. So maybe Fnatic expecting a faster pace from LDLC, and they don't have many nades left, so now need to find something. Beautiful position from Alex. We've seen that used to great effect recently, and that will be good for the 1 kill.
Ooh, just not fast enough. A quick pop flash, not going to work out though. More targets. Armanek flying with the Mac 10 will trade the kill, and now he's got himself an upgrade. Logan running distraction, Armanek delivering a kill to exist in the meantime, and Twist is last man standing. 1 versus 4, make it 3, but I think it's time to save. LDLC look to take the lead and make it to double figures their first round of the second half.
It was so smart by Alex to listen to Rim's push the CT spawn and then wait for him to re-peek middle. That's such a smart, patient play by Alex. And if you want to learn how to lurk, I'm going to watch some of his demos because he's been just phenomenal in finding openings and gaps in these last couple days.
Yeah, Twist 24 kills, Alex 22. Maybe we shall. Should really stream demo watching. I think people don't do that enough.
Some people do. I like doing that.
Emily does that a lot.
Yeah.
Actually. I'm often watching her
good.
stream.
Either pick our thoughts or something, you know? What do you see compared to what do I see?
I think it's so useful for people who are newer to the game, who don't know what to look for when they're watching a demo, to have someone... that's another reason why Valve need to let me draw on the maps. God damn it. So annoying. There's even a command. I found a command, the console command that allows you, actually maybe Swiggy, I don't think it actually works, but maybe in a spectator mode it might, I don't know. I'll tell you what the command is, I'll find it on my Twitter in a minute. This is a hero AWP round, so not the time just yet. Ooh, Alex getting his bell rung. But he's still alive.
It's interesting that they put the AWP on B because maybe they were expecting that it would be quite likely that there could be a fast B play. And then it looks like there is going to be a big rotation into B. If Twist holds his position, maybe there's a chance. Obviously, there's so much utility for LDLC, they should be able to completely eliminate the possibility that the AWP could do any damage. So we'll have to see whether or not that will be the case. JW get the info, but they're going this towards the B bomb site. Now Twist, can he get there back there in time and into position? Looks like he can, but they're just flashing and smoking in now, suggesting they're going B, so it's just a fake. And I mean, it may very well work. The A bomb site now has nothing. Mid has nothing.
Alex was spotting mid, and he saw at least one person cross. So he's got a good idea. Look how Logan plays containment. The team play from LDLC is awesome. They're on the same page, baby.
Who is the IGL for LDLC? You guys know?
I actually don't know.
Because I would like to know.
Oh, it's Alex. Oh, is it Alex?
Is it Alex?
Wow. That's cool.
Hashtag lads.
That's really cool.
He's really smart.
Considering how crazy he plays and like the flanks and so on that he's always up to, it's pretty cool to see that that's also his role. That'll be the 11th round for LDLC and Fnatic. Of course, they were saving, and they were in that similar spot we saw LDLC. LDLC won the round like this before, where they actually bought with this money full buy, and Crims picks up as scouts, but they half buying.
Okay, so quickly, the command is map overview _allow _client _draw. If you type map O, then there's not many commands that are similar. I tried it offline with bots, typed kill in console, and I still couldn't use it, so... Twist! Oh, the bomb! There's potential! JW, though, only with the USP and Twanu shooting in the smoke. Leaving Crims with the scout. Oh, one of these players, well, two of these players are heavily tagged, both on long. He's going to get shot by the full health player, can only see his feet. Oh, that's awkward.
That's like the worst possible thing that could have happened. Just like nibbling at his feet like he's gone to one of those, like, what is it? I think it's banned now, but like, you know, you go into like get like fish to like remove dead skin from your feet, like put them in the little...
I think like technically speaking, you could contract hepatitis or something if, you know, some wrecked person goes in there with their feet, so...
Yeah, there were hygiene concerns,
Yeah, I never got to go in one of those things during the ignorant phase. So I missed out. Let's get my own fish to do it. Bring the fish to the spot. I've got this bag of fish.
Yeah, I guess you can have your own personal pool.
Just breed them myself.
Fish breeder. Your new name.
Part of the fish whisperer. Wow, looking not too bad here for Fnatic so far. They've had to give up all the space on A long, but they've not lost any players. They have the open JW guarding A, so definitely not a bad look. Logan is the one left on long in the pit, and he's got a he's got a Mac 10. It's not really an ideal gun for the Rangers that long offers. So not sure what the plan is with him, but looks like an A split is on the cards, so it will all make sense in the end. They do have to somehow deal with JW. That AWP could be quite problematic. Oh, wants to go in. Alex, though, has... if anyone on this map is going to decide to go in first, it's going to be Alex to get the frag every time, I feel like. He's just so bold.
When he goes in, he goes in. 5 HP for JW, nothing doing. They may have seen the bomb, but they're just being overwhelmed by LDLC on the A bomb site. So rugby scrim and all the players wearing LDLC jerseys. And it goes on the bad plant. We have seen, on Old Dust 2 at least, some headshots through that box from long. Namely from Kenny, as I remember. I'm sure the same is possible. Well, I've done it actually myself, so I know it is.
Like what LDLC did that round. They kind of were like a python. They just squeezed Fnatic smaller and smaller and kind of pushed them back, you know, from the cat, and long at the same time, just slowly the death of people in A. And pretty much the ideal situation you want to do on this A bomb site is attack long and cat at the same time, utility and bombard them and just make chaos happen where they have to look all over the place. Money on LDLC. They are not going to save anytime soon. The match is in their hands. Fnatic very dire, especially with this buy. They're going to have to do some enforced buy. They do have enough to buy next round as well.
It's weird to see Logan still running a Mac 10 just because there are many maps where this can make sense, but this is like the one map where it's like just get an AK, right? Just get an AK now. What are you going to do? Stuck here behind the blue container. You'll get shot in the face by a USP, so that's fine. Ooh.
Oh, that's awkward, isn't it?
Gun sticking out or something.
It's like, am I showing? If I am, I'm dead. He is, and he's dead. I agree with the AK sentiment. I think there's just so much money, so much range, and the Mag-10 is just inaccurate at medium plus range. So I don't know if it's worth the risk when you have so many advantages. Why give yourself a disadvantage?
I mean, like some maps, you can say, well, this makes sense because if he's the first man in, you know, you go through choke points, you can close those distances, it can make sense. But it's Dust 2. There is just long distances, medium to long, really.
Guys are well studied on Dust 2. An Xbox smoke from outside long doors. Colour me impressed. Frenchies and the Belge. Banu from the land of Hergé.
Where are the guns? Nice.
You know that awning is only there to make people have to find new smokes towards the car position on long.
Really?
Yeah, because if you look at Shoxy, he'd always throw a smoke as part of an execute from that position. So the snipers holding angles up here would have the vision good. Where that crosshair is now, that's where the smoke would go. And that's why the awning is there.
Twist has almost 3 times the kills of anyone else on his team. Just FYI.
Doing pretty good.
Twist is three men right now.
I do feel like if Fnatic, especially, well, I'm pointing to a GW, if he hit a couple more off shots, I think Fnatic would definitely have one more round. But look at that.
LSD! Seems it has its benefits. Especially 17 of them. Don't try this at home. 250,000 points. Congratulations. What does LSD even stand for? Liposuction device. 3-round lead for LDLC. No Mac-10s on this occasion. Starting to burst in. JW with a Molotov, but surely it's too late for that. Or is it? He's got himself a 1v1, but Devadudic will rip his face off. Exists now with a Molotov towards Xbox. LDLC continuing slow. Excuse me. Plenty of utility for them. Default plants. They've got a molly for the window if they want one. They could flash over and have a butcher's hook. So many flashes, might as well use them. There's one. But Fnatic, it seems, well, maybe they'll be spurred on now by that free kill, but they don't seem committed to this. They can't really afford to lose everything. And it seems they won't.
Lysergic acid diethylamide.
Prefer my version.
I like the change of pace by LDLC. The kind of last couple rounds they've been lulling Fnatic to sleep almost, taking it really slow, just waiting for over Peak's rotation. This round they decide to go a little B explode. People in the B bomb side didn't really think they were prepared to fight all those people at once. Whoa, another one.
Oh my god.
What's happening?
Atlas. Where's my points?
Atlas 695. 695! Or is it 69.5? Who knows? Maybe it's just 695.
Oh, points.
Maps are great.
I should make another Steam account. Ooh, Logan with nice entry frag into long. Brolan will feel the pain. But he's real sorry now. 5 versus 3 for LDLC. They are looking fantastic so far on Dust 2. On the CT side, on the T side, they are very comfortable indeed. Fnatic always difficult to beat. And Twist is on a 30 bomb. Still struggling. He'll continue to do damage here to LDLC as the LDLC side will just wait, looking to go for an information play with Amanek, walking to the B-bomb sites, trying to see if this is open. Very good position from Crimso. He's going to find an easy kill. So, unfortunately for LDLC, that really puts them in a bad spot because now, you know, a 3v2 with 2 players critically wounded is pretty different to a 4 versus 2, where maybe they could have just tried to walk into one bomb site.
Great position from Crims. But the Fnatic players are now separated. Fast smoke grenades. They had 2 smokes. There's still a gap, but they know 2 of the 3 players. I don't think they connect.
No.
Sure, but 20 by the car. Once that smoke goes, very likely to get wallbang. Ooh, careful twist. Crims moving up to CT at the timing. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The car windows will almost always yield a kill. Will it be a save again? It seems like it might be. One more shot to the car, come on. One more shot to the car. The window, the window! Boo.
To the wall. Fnatic has no response to LDLC's long take. Seems like Logan just having his way with that long. I find it very difficult on this map to take long as a CT. In the older version, you were able to throw a Molotov from the car that went in the door. I don't know if anyone has figured out if there's if you can still do that. I don't know if there's
still what's right?
Huh? The Molotov from the car to the door.
So long, yeah, you can still do that, yeah.
Surprised teams haven't been doing that because in the older version that was one of the most efficient and best ways to stop a long rush, which LDLC is kind of putting on every couple rounds, is a Molotov on the double doors. Make T's use a smoke or something.
That will be the smoke from Twist from the long goal position. A flash behind his teammates' heads. But there is no push from LDLC on this occasion. Where are they headed? They've already got 2 players through to the mid to B position. Alex outside the entrance to B, and the bomb is not far behind. It's a caravan towards the B bomb site. Can they hold him at the border? 5 versus 3. JW with a flash, doesn't peek behind it. Flash from his teammate as well. Molotov towards the window. Maybe not. 5v3. Prodan has a molly. Could throw it below the window if they get a chance. Double stack plant. Can they hold LDLC?
Pretty strong that they have another smoke, another Molotov flashbangs as well. So this would just serve to kill so much time. It might actually make it way too difficult for Fnatic. There is a flank coming in from Brolan, but still, I think time is really going to be a big issue. Another flashbang sent out, 2 more flashbangs to be sent out, and at this point, using them to just continue to delay is just so impactful, so valuable. Brolan will make his way in, and at this point, Fnatic will have to get 3 instant kills to make this really work. Amanek will defend, Alex and Twanu all defending.
Wow.
3 versus 5, not dropping a single player. 16 to 10. LDLC finish with strength just as they started.
Not a fluke on Dust too. They look incredible.
Best team in France. I'm saying it.
Yeah,
I think they're the best team in France.
I think so too.
It's down to the likes of G2 and Vitality to prove them wrong. At this point, they continue to be consistent. I mean, they don't have the most wins in the world yet, but the fashion in which they're winning the games at the moment is very telling, despite the current scoreline. I think it's fair to say they've definitely found their feet in ECS, and they're playing. I mean, they've beaten some of the strongest teams in the world, and they're continuing to rise up the table.
It's just really interesting to watch teams like this. This is one of the best things about, or maybe the best thing sometimes about these online leagues, is that you get to see teams like LDLC, you know, they make their way in through the qualifiers, and they get to show you exactly where that came from, like all that work that they've been putting in, what it's amounted to. A team that maybe doesn't go to as many events as a Fnatic, as a FaZe, as an Astralis, they have all this time to work on themselves. And one of the things we've seen from LDLC, you know, is good fundamentals, good team play, and really, really good skill. Like their individual play is amazing.
Speaking of individual play, Twist with 31 frags. Alex doing more damage though, 29, but his teammates may feel bad for him. He did the best he could. You can't really ask anything more of him. 2.07 KD ratio for both those players. But it is another W for LDLC. We move on to Mirage, our second and final map for the European segment. Coming up after the break. Don't go anywhere. We're back soon.